Star Wars icon Billy Dee Williams says he doesn't take offense if actors do blackface. You don't go through life feeling like I'm a victim. Words to live by. Greetings once again, my friends, and welcome back to the GNRO Minicast. I am your host, Anna Mickelson, aka Drak. I hope everybody's having an awesome day or night when you're listening to this. And once again, we have a story coming to us from boundingintocomics.com with Spencer McCooley as the author, so let's get right into it. I personally wanted to be able to bring this up to be able to have that talk about blackface. I know, people hate it just so much, and people also hate the fact that we're not allowed to be able to be ourselves anymore, so you can see where the world is at. But I actually believe that we could have some insight when it comes to things like this. In the opinion of iconic Hollywood actor Billy Dee Williams, for those who don't know, he played Lando Calrissian, the Lando that mattered, not the Solo one, which lost money. Not only does he take issue with the practice of actors engaging in blackface, but he refuses to give it any weight because he does not wish to go through life feeling like I'm a victim. Oh, wait, he doesn't want to go through life feeling like a victim? Words to live by, especially with a lot of the professional victims that live on Twitter. The actor, perhaps known best for his roles as Lando Calrissian in the Star Wars franchise and Harvey Dent in 1989's Batman, offered his take on the controversial acting practice during an appearance on the April 7th episode of Bill Maher's eponymous Club Random with Bill Maher podcast. I find that funny. Amidst a conversation regarding his personal relationship with seminal movie star Laurence Olivier, Williams eventually turned to recall a discussion the pair had regarding the former's eventual role as the titular Moor hero in the 1965 film adaptation of Shakespeare's play Othello. I remember saying, "Have you ever thought about playing Othello?" recalled the actor. He said, "No, yeah, I thought about playing Othello, but I always see, do you remember Old Man River singer Paul Robeson? When he finally did it in blackface," Williams continued. He wanted to do it, but he always had this vision of Othello with Robson's black man stature and voice. So finally, when he did it, he filmed. I don't know if you've ever seen the performance. If you ever get a chance, it's really interesting. I have not, but let's go on. Oh, wait, okay, so he's talking about like the old Othello. Yeah, I still haven't seen it, but I've seen screenshots of it. He did something that he was known to be a bit outrageous, said the Star Wars legend. Olivier was more physical. He got criticized a lot for being physical and doing things with his voice that was a bit outrageous. But when he did Othello, I fell out laughing. He stuck his ass out and walked around with his ass because black people are supposed to have big asses. I fell out laughing. And keep in mind, this is a black man saying that. At least last I checked, Billy Dee Williams is black. But maybe he lost his black card after saying this. I don't know. I thought it was hysterical. I loved it. I love that kind of stuff. Yes, who doesn't? Taken aback by his guest's cavalier attitude towards the practice, Maher then interjected, "I agree, okay, but here's the thing. Today, they would never let you do that." To which Williams inquired, "Why? Why not?" This is a very good question, because it's an acting practice. What does it have to do with anything? Met with a baffled exclamation of blackface from his host, Williams further affirmed, "If you're an actor, you should do anything you want to do." I tend to disagree in some cases, like if there is context, then fine, but I don't necessarily 100% disagree with Billy Dee Williams on this. And he's referring to actor Paul Mooney, and Paul Mooney and I used to talk about this all the time, he explained. Money was the first person that I worked with in those years who said to me, as an actor, you should be able to do whatever you think you can do, you should be able to do it. Which is how old school comedy used to work too, but now PCs started to destroy that as well. But again, Maher replied, not to bring up your sore point, but you actually lived in a period where you couldn't play the part you should have played. But it didn't matter, countered Williams. Oh my gosh, he's not affected by it. And that's a great attitude, but it did still happen, Maher shot back, in turn prompting a response of course it happened, from Williams. But the fact is that you discuss it. Anybody can talk about it, means it was happening, clarified the actor. The point is that you don't go through life feeling like I'm a victim, which is what immediately people think happens when you do blackface. which is stupid because it's a stupid, tired practice, and all it was is stupid inference to some kind of comedy, which obviously comedy has moved past. I mean, I refuse to go through life saying to the world, I'm pissed off, concluded Williams. I'm not going to be pissed off 24 hours a day. You know what? Good on you, Billy Dee Williams. I praise you for that, because it's way better to be able to go through life not pissed off all the time. In fact, you can find some enjoyment out of it. Putting a stamp on this portion of their conversation, Maher ultimately declared, and you shouldn't, because of all of that, well, wow, so because of all that pussy you got. Well, Maher, I love the fact that you have a problem with blackface, but apparently we can't say those words on this article. I don't know why. I know exactly why, and it's still bullshit. That's pretty much the article, and frankly, I agree with Billy Dee Williams in this. I do think blackface is a tired practice, but at the same time, why get offended by it? It's just stage theatrics. It's not personally going out and punching you in the face. All it is just tired theatrics that we can all get over, and frankly, Billy Dee Williams is a bigger man than any of us for doing that. He's the guy that, according to all demographics, should be, quote, offended by it. And he's not, because it's all pretend. Why be offended by something that is pretend? It comes back again to Ian McKellen. We are all professional people, or we are all professionals pretending to be people. That's all that acting is. So at that point, why be offended by it? Same thing for stand-up comedy. Is Joe Rogan going out of his way to tell you that you fit every single stereotype of your skin color? No, he's just playing to the stereotypes. The stereotypes are theatrics. They're just tools that you use on stage. There's no reason to get offended by it because it's all pretend, and we all know that stereotypes are bullshit. But that being said, that's my thoughts on this particular article, and frankly, my hat's off to Billy Dee Williams for saying the things that should have been said decades ago, and I really wish people would stop getting the stick up their butts about this. But what do you think about what Billy Dee Williams said? You can go ahead and leave a comment down below and we can have that conversation. Or if you're brand spanking new, you can consider liking and subscribing to the channel. I appreciate that. It definitely helps out with the algorithm and whatnot. And of course, to all the people who are going to say I'm a hateful bigot and whatnot, well, you're entitled to your opinion. And that's about it. And I'll be back next time for the next GNRO Minicast. First of all, thanks so much to Bounding Into Comics and Spencer McCooley for a greatly written article. I appreciate that. And I will see you guys next time for the next GNRO Minicast. Until then, take care, my friends.